Welcome to another riveting ripoff of the week. I'm Tamara Colbert, and our trusty host, Adam Andrzejewski, is on assignment this week. We're working on another great investigation and big story, and we can't wait to share that with you next week. Adam will be back to provide all of those great details. This week, we're going to talk about where's the pork? Waste, fraud, and abuse. And as always, the Where's the Pork segment that we get to do is always dedicated to our honorary board chairman, rest in peace, former Senator Tom Coburn, who made it his mission as a congressman and a U.S. senator to eliminate waste, fraud, and all the pork for those precious taxpayer dollars. So this week, what are we talking about? We're talking about the fact our federal debt just passed $30 trillion. And I want to make sure I get these numbers correct for you because they're important. Share them with your friends because every single American taxpayer right now owes at least $91,000. That's incredible. So let's see. The IRS, since they've been in the news recently, doled out 2.2 million stimulus checks to dead people in the last cycle that we have evaluated, 2020 to 2021. So what does that mean? Let's just leave this question on the books. What happens with 87,000 more IRS agents? Hopefully, they'll actually be looking to take those dead people off of the voter rolls, off of the stimulus check rolls. We also found that the IRS did not check the deceased persons list at the Social Security Administration before cutting the checks. That cost taxpayers $3.6 billion. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Small Business Administration and their PPP funds, right? Paycheck Protection Program funds as part of COVID aid, sent it to 57,000 entities that the Treasury Department had put on the do not pay list. Again, nobody checked the do not pay list before cutting the checks. What did that little accident cost the American taxpayer? Another $3.5 billion. So federal agencies, they're not just only wasting your money, they are literally ripping you off, the American taxpayer, and me. So what have we got? What are we talking about? If you go to openthebooks.com, we've got a great section that identifies our investigations and reports. If you click there, you're going to be able to check out this Where's the Pork report, but also what about the Import-Export Bank? Adam and I talked about that. Adam talked about that last week. What about congressional third-party travel? We talked about that a couple weeks ago as well. And of course, White House payroll and oversight there of the administration, Office of the Vice President. Of course, Where's the Pork? And you can also find every single report that we've ever done on Dr. Anthony Fauci and his finances. So what is the key element that Open the Books is trying to do? We are trying to make a transparency revolution. Why? Because transparency revolutionizes public policy, and public policy involves our tax dollars. So we want to make our federal officials and those government bureaucrats accountable for tax and spend decisions that use our tax dollars. We want every single American to know exactly how the government is spending your money. Of course, these examples that are contained in this report, hundreds and hundreds of hours of research the federal checkbook, agency checkbooks, and on and on. And we do that because we love transparency. More importantly, we want you as the American tax dollar to keep more of your tax money. That is exactly why we're doing this. So if we look at our national debt at $30 trillion, and that was as of April 2022, federal spending is out of control. And we know that. Why do we know that? Because the Biden administration has already spent almost $4 trillion since Inauguration Day, right? Can federal tax revenue keep up with that spending demand? We're not really sure. We do know $91,353 is the exact amount of debt that every single person in the United States owes to the federal government to pay off our debt. This is the U.S. right now. Federal debt to GDP ratio is the highest it's ever been in our nation. The largest areas of spending, Medicare and Medicaid at $1.3 trillion annually. Social Security, $1 trillion. Defense Department, $725 billion. And sadly, interest on the federal debt, $431 billion. Well, this is our opportunity to reach out to your legislators, your representatives, your state senators, your U.S. senators in your state. You need to tell them you want a transparency revolution. You can always look at openthebooks.com to learn more and to see what these officials are doing with your tax dollars. But again, these opportunities, these are up to us. You can go to our Substack account, openthebooks.substack.com, sign up there so that you can be the first to know when our reports come out. And again, over these next couple of weeks, you're going to want to see and read these reports. Share them with your friends as well. Thank you so much for all of your comments tonight. We take every single comment, we look at them, read them, and we appreciate them. We've got Bob and Linda and Bill and Charles. Great comments. And you know what, Roger? We are not going to hold our breath that Washington is going to hold itself accountable. That's why Open the Books is doing the hard work that Congress refuses to do. And that is the role that is constitutionally mandated to them, and that is oversight. So you'll be able to count on Open the Books. We're going to be there. We're going to continue this heavy lift for the American taxpayer. Until then, go to openthebooks.com, sign up, and see what we're all about, because we care about you, the American taxpayer, and we will continue to provide transparency and work towards that transparency revolution. Adam and I will be back next week with our breaking news story. Join us then, 4:40 Central, 5:40 Eastern. Until then, we'll see you online.